Hey guys, good morning. I'm Kevin Olega. I'm the author of Call Center Training Tips. I manage this Facebook page and the blog callcentertrainingtips.com. I haven't posted anything on the blog in a while. So earlier this morning, I was thinking of what I can do to contribute to everyone. So I've always been thinking about how can I get my readers to have an edge over the other applicants because I've been trying to help out people get jobs in a call center for almost 10 years now, and I do it pretty much through writing on my blog posts. So this is just like an idea, an experiment. I've never done this before. So what I'm gonna do is in this live video, I'm going to share with you something that I'm going to post on the blog. So earlier I was writing that on my iPad. So that kind of ruined the lighting, but anyway. So I haven't decided on the title yet, but um, pasok. Yeah, I can speak in Tagalog. So I want to start with a question. Are you a high value person? Now, what is a high value person? A high value person is someone who's high value. So whatever you're trying to do, we're always looking for something that's high value. If you're buying something, if you're trying to, if you're trying to look for a partner, you're always looking for something that's high value. Now, when you're looking for a job, it's easy to think of yourself and what you need. So when you're looking for a job, it's easy to only think of yourself and what you need and forget that your potential employer is also looking for the best candidate to fill the job position. Now, if you're looking for work as a call center agent, then they are trying to fulfill a role with a high value person that they can rely on so to do the job and to improve the performance of their company. So, in Tagalog, pag naghahanap ka ng trabaho, yung boss mo naghahanap din ng tao na makagawa ng trabaho. And now, you might be wondering why I'm talking about this. Now, shouldn't you be teaching me on about how to get hired in a call center? I just need to pause for a bit because water's here. Yeah, yung isang tubig, hinahanap ko yung plastic sa loob ng bote. Yung dito? Yeah, ganun. Nasa loob. Dyan mismo galing? Oo, sa loob ng bote. Yung balik. Hey guys, I'm back, and where was I? I'm sorry. It's my first time doing it at this time, so um, There's more of you. So welcome to the live video. So now, let me just get back. So the topic is, are you a high value person? Now, it's really important for you to know that you're a high value, that if you're a high value person or not, because everyone is looking for a high value person, whether they're trying to hire you, whether they're trying to make you their boyfriend or their girlfriend. Because if you're not a high value person, then the opportunity will go to the high value person. Now, first, I want you to learn that for you to get what you want in your life, no, not just your job, you need to understand what employers want. So, if you've been reading my blog for a while, then you probably read in one of my posts that call center companies, all all the bosses, all the recruiters, all the call center owners, they want to hire someone who can communicate well in English. Number two, they want to hire someone who's confident in speaking to foreigners. Number three, they want someone who's familiar with sales, customer service, and technical support procedures. And number four, they want to hire people who have people skills, people who know how to communicate well and are really patient in difficult situations. Number five, they want to hire call center agents who are positive problem solvers. So positive. I found a typo in my post. Okay. So, and number six, they need to have moderately good computer skills. So, not really a computer expert or an IT graduate or a hacker, just someone who knows how to use a computer. You know, turn on the computer, turn off the turn off the computer, use Google, and that's it. If you can cover these, you can expect to get hired. So these are basic requirements. Now, if you go to the blog callcentertrainingtips.com, you're going to see this full list posted. So just make sure that you visit it so you can review and you can improve yourself so you can get hired if you don't have work yet. Now, if you already have work, it's more important that you learn this so you can keep your job long enough for you to be able to prepare and open up for even better opportunities. Now, I don't expect you to have all of these, but you need to have some of these. So, if you have the English skills and a few other skills, like you can speak to foreigners well, you know, some sales, some customer service, some tech support procedures, you have people skills, and you're positive, you solve problems, and you have some computer skills, like a few of those will really help in getting hired. Now, a lot of you might tell me that I know some people who are not really good at speaking in English, but they're call center agents already. Now, I have to stop you there because I'll just say don't be like them, because I want you to aim to be better. So don't be like these people who are not so good and they have jobs. Don't be like that. Aim to be a better person, because what you don't realize is getting hired in a call center and earning money and supporting yourself financially and your family with a call center income are two completely different things. So, a person who has a call center job and a successful call center person, those are two different things. Those are two different people. And if you can get hired in a call center, that's the easy part. The hard part, the more scary part, like it's scary even for me, is keeping the job, because it's easy. You go to an interview, you impress the interviewer. How long are you gonna talk? Like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, the longest. in an interview, just impress a person. The harder part is when they hire you. So you're going to go like 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and you're going to impress the trainer, you're going to impress your team leader, you're going to impress the client, you're going to impress the client of the call center company, you're going to impress your team leader's boss, and so on. So you have a lot more people to prove that you're a high value person. Now, let me just give you a background just to tell you that I'm not lying to you, because some of you I'm like, no way, if I pass the interview, I'm all set. That's not true. So you need to pass the basic training. Now the basic training is usually 1 week. When I did this, there were 30 of us, and at the end of the basic training there are only 25. So from 30 there are now 25. Now, after you pass the basic training, you're going to need to pass the product training. Now, the product training is usually 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes it's a month. Now, at the end of the product training, there are only 18 of us left. So, we started at 30, and then there were like 25, and now 18 of us are left. Now, 7 were eliminated. Now, usually basic training and product training, that's easy. Like, you can pass that. It's difficult, it's intimidating. Oh, you can see my legs. I'm wearing shorts. So, um, you see these things. They're intimidating, but the truth is you can actually pass. Let me just adjust the seat. Okay. You can actually pass these things. And it's it might be intimidating, but you can pass. Like, you can figure it out. Just listen to the class, just take notes, and you just ask people who know the answer to the questions that you don't know the answer to. You're gonna pass that. Now, 5 people got eliminated in basic training. What does that mean? Okay, I forgot to tell you. Basic training, they just go through basic English skills. They go to basic American culture. They teach you how to count like the time zone, like what time in the US. Like if the work in the US is 8 in the morning till 5 p.m., what time should you go to your shift in Manila time? And those are really simple things. And 5 people gets eliminated. Those 5 people, they passed the basic training. I mean, they passed the initial interview, the exam, the final interview, and stuff like that. So they got eliminated. Now, the reason for that is they're usually late. They might have some poor attitude. So the trainer decided to, no, I'm not going to take them to the next stage, because they're gonna have to pay them. Now, the same thing with product training. So out of 30, there are 18 of us left. So I think there are like 12 got eliminated already. And then after you pass the product training, like you graduate to production floor, so you need to pass the introduction. Usually this is like 2 weeks to a month to get you familiar with so you're usually just gonna go there, you're gonna observe, and then later on you're gonna start taking calls. And then at the end of the first month, there are only 8 of us left, so 10 more got eliminated. And then afterwards, like, how to do the work, you need to get regularized, and usually within the first 4 to 6 months, at the end of the first 6 months, there were only 3 of us left. So out of 30, there are only 3 remaining. So that's my training batch. And in all 3 steps, and in all the steps, like the interview stage, the basic training stage, the product training stage, you need to pass. And if you don't pass, you're gonna get fired. And if you've paid attention, you should notice that the other 27 were eliminated from our training batch. And these 27 people passed the initial interview, the exams, the call simulation, the final interview of the company. And I have worked in the BPO industry for almost 10 years, and I've seen this process so many times. From the point of view of an agent, I've also worked as a recruiter, as an HR, as a trainer, as a supervisor, and more importantly, don't believe me. Ask someone who's worked in a call center agent. Tell them that, is it true that like in a training batch of 30, only like less than 10 people pass? This happens all the time. Ask any call center agent who's worked in a call center for a long time. So out of like the full training batch, not everyone's gonna pass. Now, if you fail, you need to apply again. And when you apply again, you need to go through multiple initial interviews, exams, final interviews, job offers, and then you have to get your pre-employment requirements and probably spend another 3,000 to 5,000 pesos doing so. Now, saan galing yung 3,000 to 5,000? Very simple. You need to spend money to go to work. I mean, to go to the call center. You apply, you eat lunch, you commute going back. And then when you get hired, you need to get your NDI, you need to get all these pre-employment requirements, and that's at least 1,000. If you don't have it yet, you need to get some IDs. If you don't have IDs, you need like ID picture, you need medical. Usually reputable call center companies, they pay for your medical. So the other is yung baon mo when you go to work. So you go to work, you need to pay the jeep, the bus, unless mago 1, 2, 3 ka. But I don't know, like that's a bad idea. So when I write my guides for you, it's not just like I'm copying paste shit from the internet. These are high quality guides. And I'm always thinking about how I can teach you something that will give you an edge in your job application. Now, just so you know, and not that I'm bragging, this lesson literally took me tens of thousands of pesos to learn. And I've practiced and tested this for over 10 years. Now, this lesson will give you an edge in not just in call center work. If you decide to not continue in a call center, you want to do sales, that's okay. You want to start your own business, or maybe if you're trying to like find a partner, alam ko yung iba sa inyo nandito for love advice, hindi job hunting eh. So, yun, if you want to look for a life partner, being a high value person will help you a lot. Now, if you listen to my advice, you can expect to win all the difficulties that you'll face in life. And if you don't, then you can expect to lose your time and opportunities and money. Now, first, I'm going to go through the simple part, and then I'm going to explain things to you in detail. Now, here goes. So, here's a simple part, okay? Pay attention. And if you have a notebook, write this down. So, you need to be a high value person instead of a low value person. Now, instead of like just defining you what a high value person is and what a low value person is, I'm going to give you an example for both a high value person and an example of what a low value person is, so you can compare. Okay, so here goes. The first one, a high value person is expected to always have solutions. Now, when there's a problem, when something bad happens, and you take it to a high value person, they have a solution. So, like, I can't think of an example right now, but I guess, kunyari, nauuhaw ka, or walang tubig. A high value person will like, walang tubig, I'm gonna go to the store and buy water. That's simple. And A low value person is oh, sorry, I have a typo here. I'll just fix it, okay? A low value person is expected to always have excuses. Now, yun eh. A high value person, a high value person has a solution. A low value person has excuses. Okay? So, take note. If you have a solution, if may problema, you have a solution, you're a high value person. If may problema, you have an excuse, you have a palusot. In Tagalog, that's a low value person. Now, a high value person is someone that says I can. Like, kaya ko to. A low value person says I can't. Sad face. Now, a high value person counts his blessings. So, like, what blessings do you have today? Like, what are your advantages? What are the good things that's happening in your life? So, that's what a high value person counts. That's what a high value person focuses on. Now, a low value person complains about circumstances. Now, what does that mean? So, a low value person is someone who says, ay, wala, mahirap lang kami. A low value person is someone who says na parang, ay, hindi ako nag-aral eh. Ay, kupal yung tatay ko eh. Or yung nanay ko batugan eh. Or, all these things, all these complaints. Like, malayo bahay namin, hindi ako nag-aral, binuli ako. And, circumstances, like things that are happening to you. And you're using these things, these circumstances to complain about your life. Diba? So parang masama na nga yung nangyari sa'yo, parang pinapalaki mo pa. Diba? Now, here's something that's really cool. A high value person believes that obstacles are stepping stones. Diba? Stig. Yung obstacle, yung nakaharang sa'yo, tatapakan mo, yun pa yung gagamitin mo para makarating ka sa gusto mong puntahan. Diba? A high-value person believes that obstacles are stepping stones. A low-value person believes that obstacles mean it's not for you eh. Diba? Mahilig ako mag-post. Oh, sorry, English. I like posting on this page because I like reading the reactions of people. And then there's this reader. I forgot her name. Oh yeah, BPI. This live video is sponsored by BPI. Actually, I get letters from them. Kasi my accounts are in BPI. If you want to buy my book, you pay through BPI. So they send me these letters, and then pag tapos na, I just change it into scratch paper. Dami ko dito. So yun, pinunit-punit ko lang. And this is where I write my blog posts. Dami kong kwento, no? Anyway, high value. So one of the things I notice is that a lot of my readers, they read the lesson, they like it, and then they want to share it to people. And before kasi, you share the people, when you click share, send in message para makita nila sa inbox. Pero ngayon, ang ginagawa na nila, magli-leave sila ng comment, itatag nila yung person. So, I guess, I don't really know the full story, but what happened was, there's this reader, she tagged a person in the comments. I forgot, but I think the lesson is something like, I said na, if you went to school, you have an English subject from grade 1 to grade 6, and then you also have 4 years in high school. So you've been practicing English like 10 months of the 12 months of the year for at least 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. And it's hard to believe that you're not good in English because you have at least 10 years of practice. And I guess maybe after college you stopped practicing. That's why your English isn't good. And then the person who tagged her friend, so she tagged her friend, and then like, because I read the comments, so I see like, oh, like what did she say? She didn't say anything. She just tagged her friend. And then after a few days, I saw her friend respond. I mean, like, the friend said something like, "Ba't may pipilit kung hindi ka ganun?" I mean, baka hindi para sa yung trabaho, 'di ba? And I was like, I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. So, balik tayo dun sa sinasabi ko. A high value person believes that obstacles are stepping stones. A low value person believes that obstacles means it's not for you. Now, here's another situation. Uh, when whenever I'm invited to mga Christmas party or whatever party na may video okay, nahihiya ako. As in, I can't, I'm not gonna sing kahit pilitin mo ako. And then, in one of my jobs, so my boss, and he went out with a date and a few other people. Like, apat lang kami. And then we went to this nice place. It's called Music 21. And alam ko mahal dun eh. And then my boss says na yung hindi kakanta siya magbabayad. So everyone needs to take turns, and like if the person with the least number of songs, pag kunyari nag-pass ka dun sa isang kanta tapos lahat kumanta, ikaw yung magbabayad. So I decided to sing. And medyo nakakahiya kasi hindi naman ako magaling kumanta or anything. And then like over time nag-improve din. Pero what's been happening is I keep hearing things like people are going to say, "Oh, mahilig ako kumanta pero ayaw ng kanta sa akin." I mean, that's the solution for any skill is practicing. Now, if you're not practicing, then that's the reason why you're not good at something. And that's simple. I don't believe that something's not for you. Diba? If you practice hard enough, if you practice enough, if you're patient